Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today I'm going to talk about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Elon Musk announced that he's going to buy Twitter for $54 a share, and I'm super excited because this just made me a bunch of money. And I'm going to explain to you why this was a terrible economic decision, and also let you guys know what's going on with the markets and what to expect in the future when it comes to making money in these markets. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means that we don't hate anybody, but we put our community at the top of our priority list. That means we want to build our community. We want to make our people better. We want to make our people smarter. We want to be financially intelligent because money is power, and we believe in having power. If you agree with this philosophy, put a B1 in the chat, hashtag B1. That's the hashtag used all around the world. So what's going on, everybody? Shout out the city that you're from. Let me know what city you're coming from. I want to say hello to everybody on TikTok. I'm going live on TikTok for the first time in a while. My TikTok is Boyce Watkins. Make sure it's actually me. There's lots of fake Boyce Watkins TikToks out there. So keep an eye out for that. In fact, there's a lot of people that pretend to be me online. I guess they come from other countries and they send you crazy emails and all that. So let's talk about Elon Musk and Twitter. Give me a yes or no. Give me a yes or no in the chat. How many of you heard that Elon Musk just bought Twitter? He announced that he's buying Twitter for $54 a share. He announced that this was actually done to avert a jury trial. A non-jury trial. He was actually in court right at this moment, basically fighting against the fact that Twitter was forcing him into what I consider to be the financial version of a shotgun wedding. They were basically saying, look, dude, you bid on this company, you signed the agreement, now you got to follow through. Now you are the baby daddy. You are the father of this company, and you can't walk away from your responsibility. Well, the lawsuit is apparently working because Elon Musk sent over a letter, apparently, at least according to major media outlets, basically asking to go ahead and move forward with the deal. And what's crazy about the deal, which really surprised me, is that he's actually going to pay the full price. He's going to pay the full $54.20 per share, which made me cheer. And let me tell you why I was happy. I was happy because I went into my E-Trade account and I was trying to see which stocks I have that have done reasonably well the last few weeks or whatever. And one of my best performing stocks was actually Twitter. And this is actually an investing philosophy that I've talked to you guys about. I talked to my students about in the Prime program, which is kind of set it and forget it. That when you see good investments, good assets, you just take your money the same way you spend money. Think about it. How often have you spent money and forgot what you spent it on? Or maybe you spent money 3 years ago. Do you even remember what you spent your money on 3 years ago? Give me a yes or no if you know what I'm talking about. Like, you don't even remember what you spent your money on 3 years ago. So the same way is with investing. You can also just invest in things and then forget about what you invested in. And next thing you know, surprise, you have an extra $2,000 or $3,000 in your bank account that you didn't even remember. That's where good investing habits will pay off for you. So I encourage everybody to do that. Teach that to your kids. Don't overthink it. Don't overdo it. Just make it simple because it's not that hard. Do me a favor. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We could really use your help on this channel. So let me let you guys know sort of what's going on. I mentioned to you all that Elon Musk had basically been fighting this Twitter acquisition since he made the bid. It was an ill-conceived move. Elon Musk is a genius, but this was not his best moment. He's a smart guy, but this was actually stupid. He's a brilliant dude, but this was over emotional. I wouldn't have done what he did. So he goes and he bids $54 a share for Twitter, which is fine, on the surface for the most part, as long as you do your due diligence. Well, what a lot of people forgot is that Elon Musk waived his right to due diligence because he was in such a hurry to win a Twitter fight. He apparently got into a Twitter fight with somebody and said, I'm rich, I'm Elon Musk, I can go buy this company. But the problem is that to buy this company, you got to raise money. To buy this company, you got to know what you're buying. It's sitting on all this money. Yeah, the money can disappear too. There are lots of billionaires who eventually went broke. So I'm not saying Elon will end up in that category, but this was just an ill-advised decision on his part. So Elon goes through, signs all the documents really fast, and then suddenly the market crashes. The stock starts to plummet. Twitter stock starts to drop. It drops. I think it even dropped in the 20s, which was massive because at the time that he made the bid, it was in maybe the mid to upper 40s. So $54 a share wasn't crazy when the stock was trading at 48.49. That's a typical premium on an acquisition. But the stock then kept dropping to the point where it got to the point where he's paying double, damn near double the market value for the company. So Twitter's like, yeah, woo, yeah, please buy this stock, buddy. We want all those billions. Elon is like, oh crap, what am I going to do now? Because not only is he overpaying for a company, but he's also doing this in massive economic headwinds that began to emerge. The credit markets aren't like what they used to be. He can't use this Tesla stock as collateral like he used to do. It's not as easy for him to go to the bank and get financing like he could when interest rates were damn near zero. So now he's going to have to go and find another way to justify this acquisition. I don't see this being a good deal at all. However, Twitter said, we about to sue that ass. We're taking you to court. And that's what they did. They took him to court. And as a result of them taking him to court, Elon Musk has, I guess, relented. He announced, at least this is according to the Wall Street Journal, he relented and basically agreed to go ahead and buy the company for $54 a share. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a screenshot. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe while I do this. Let me see. I'm going to pull up a screen share if I can make this thing work. Let me see. How do I share my screen? There we go. Let's see. Present screen, share screen. Chrome. Sorry, guys. Let me fit Twitter stock. Here we go. All right. So here is Twitter stock. And now you can see that massive jump is basically what happened with the stock price when the deal was announced. It went from 42.95 and it jumps up to 47.93. And then it has a steady climb up to 51.78. That's great because my wife, I got to go tell my wife, look, baby, look at how much money we made. And she gave me extra kisses that day. When your man makes money, you always get extra kisses. And so ultimately, this is the previous performance of the stock. If you look at this sudden rise and compare that to the backdrop of this stock that was trading in the low 40s, Elon Musk is not making a rational investment move at this particular point based on the price of the stock. And if you look at year to date, over the last year, Twitter stock has actually dropped quite a bit. It traded once at 66. You look at the 5-year thing, it's actually made a little bit of money over the last 5 years. 191% to be exact. So it's not a terrible investment if you're a long-term investor, but short-term, this stock was turning into a dog. So Elon Musk is being forced to do this. I don't know if the deal is all. In fact, I do know that the deal isn't done yet. I know that they still have some things to work through. The stock price went up mainly because the true market value, now that Elon's going to pay $54, the true market value is somewhere closer to $54. But what they have to do is they adjust the price for the probability that the deal won't go through. What are some things that can go wrong? Well, right now they're in negotiation. Elon could get in that room, get mad, flip over the table and say, to hell with it. We'll go through with the trial. That's a possibility. That's when the stock price will dip a little bit. Or Elon could go to the banks and try to raise money to go buy this company. And the banks could say, oh, hell to the no. We're not going to give you $44 billion to go buy a company that isn't worth $44 billion. Think about this. If you go to the bank and you try to buy a house and you say, I need to borrow $500,000 for this house, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to send appraisers to the house, and the appraisers are going to come back and say, that house ain't worth $500,000. We're not going to loan you $500,000 to buy a house. It's only worth $350,000. We'll loan you $350,000, but we're not going to loan you $500,000. The rest you're going to have to come up with on your own. I wonder if that dynamic is playing a part in this whole move by Elon. Remember, he has to raise this money. I don't care that he's worth all the money that he's worth. I don't know what his net worth is right now. I assume it's probably dropped a lot because the market's been dropping a lot. He's heavily, probably overinvested in Tesla stock. Tesla stock has dropped by about 30% in the last few months. I'm surprised it didn't drop today because Tesla investors should be pissed. They are pissed, and they should be, because now you've got a CEO who isn't going to be able to give the company the full attention. Now you got a CEO, pay attention now, who's not just going to have to split his time to go run his other multi-billion-dollar company, take care of his other, now he's a baby daddy to more kids, more economic kids, right? He went out and had more kids. And so that's going to stretch his time. But remember, this is a company in which Elon Musk convinced us, and successfully, I think, that this company is full of bots. Give me a yes or no. How many of y'all knew before the acquisition that Twitter was full of bots? How many of y'all? I run into bots every day. Do you know when I post stuff, the first response I get on Twitter to every post I make is a bot. So we know this. So the idea that Elon would make this acquisition, as smart as he is, brilliant guy, the idea that he would try to make this acquisition and then suddenly turn around and say, oh my God, I just found out there's all these bots. what are you thinking, dude? What Twitter were you on? You have millions of followers. If anybody knew about the bots, it should have been you. So why would you bid $44 billion for a bunch of bots, for a bot factory? That's what Twitter is. We know this. It's a bot factory that doesn't know how to monetize properly yet. And then on top of that, here's another problem. Let's hope this doesn't kick in. Everybody don't like you, Elon. Now Twitter has a face. That face is the face of a guy who is a pretty strong right-wing Republican. Now, mind you, I wear shirts like this to make it clear. I'm black first. B1. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I don't care what your political affiliation is. I love you regardless. But I do know that we have a country that is heavily divided. And I think there are a lot of people who are going to walk away from Twitter because they're going to say, oh, that's the platform that's run by that Republican guy who's going to let Donald Trump get on here and act like a damn fool. And it's going to mess things up. So I wonder how that's going to play out for him. I don't think it's going to play out well for him. I think that Twitter, if I were a Tesla investor, I'd want to sue him for even doing this buffoonery when it comes to my money. So, because remember, when you are a stockholder, you own the company, not the manager of the company. The investors in Tesla own Tesla, not Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns a piece of Tesla, but without his investors, he could not own Tesla. In fact, if they took away all of his financing, all the money he's borrowed, all the equity that he's taken, all the money that's come from outside sources, he would have to declare bankruptcy immediately because you can't do it all by yourself. He's the big face out front, but he's not the engine that's driving everything that's happening in Tesla. So if I'm a Tesla investor, which, oh, that's right, I am actually. I do own Tesla stock. I forgot about that. I will be a little bit upset about this. So do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, share, subscribe. And I'm actually going to look up a stock that I actually like, and I'm going to share this stock with you that I'm actually invested in. I actually put real money into the stock, and it's a stock that I like, that I found based on my research. For my students in the Prime program, I dig up stocks for them every week. So I'll give you one of them that I sent to my students. Let me open this up. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe. Also, just a reminder, don't forget the All Black National Convention is happening at the end of this month. If you'd like to join us in Charlotte, North Carolina, all the B1 people from around the world gather here, and we cover everything from crypto to relationships to stock market investing to politics, all that stuff. We have a spades tournament, speed dating, lots of fun. Just imagine a really fun weekend with really positive, amazing people. Feel free to go to allblacknationalconvention.com. It's right there on the screen. I also have some links on my website at boycewatkins.com. So feel free to go to one of those sites if you'd like to join us. All right. So as I pull up the stock, stick to the end of the video. I promise I'll give you guys a stock by the time I'm done. But let me give you some little bits and pieces that are going on in the economy so you kind of know what to look for in this market. First off, when they talk about recessions and inflation, everything else, there's a new dynamic. There's kind of a new game in town in terms of what the Federal Reserve is dealing with and things that might impact your investments. Before, the big problem was inflation. It was inflation, inflation, inflation. Now you're dealing with a warning from the United Nations. The United Nations just announced that we are at risk of a global worldwide recession. And they didn't just make the announcement, they also made the announcement with a request. They made a request that governments around the world stop increasing their interest rates because it's only making things worse. So they're basically saying, look, you're already headed off a cliff. The global economy is already messed up. And now you're making it worse because you're hiking interest rates, which is causing the economy to slow down. You have companies like Amazon that have just announced hiring freezes. And so ultimately, I don't know if the Fed is going to listen to this or not. But the reason you saw this market rally in the last couple of days is because some people think that the Federal Reserve might actually listen. Some people think that the Federal Reserve may slow down and not do their rate hikes the way they did before, and that might end up leading to a further market rally. I don't buy any of that. I don't think the Fed's going to listen to all this. I don't think it's going to work. But that is why you've seen your stocks kind of taken off in the last couple of days. And so those are some things you kind of look at. Those are some of your headwinds. So ultimately, what you're dealing with, though, at the very least, is what they call stagflation. So stagflation is like this. It's like imagine if somebody said that you have a cancer in your arm and we're going to have to amputate your arm, right? So imagine that they do that. Imagine if they said you got cancer in your arm. If we amputate, we can kill the cancer. And you say, damn, I don't want to lose my arm, but I'm willing to amputate if it'll get the cancer out of my body. Got it? You follow the analogy? Okay. So then imagine that they take you to surgery and they put you under the knife and give you the drugs and put you to sleep, and then they cut off your arm. So you're thinking, okay, I lost an arm, but at least I'm cancer free, right? I can work with one arm, but I'm cancer free. But let's say you wake up and you find out, and the doctor comes and the doctor says, yeah, I know we told you that we could get rid of the cancer by cutting off your arm. Well, we made a little mistake and we actually cut off the wrong arm. So now you've got one arm, but it was the wrong arm. So you still got cancer, but now you got one arm and you got cancer, right? So now you're like, damn, well, I don't want to live with no arms. I guess I'll just keep my arm and just have cancer in one arm at the same time. That's what stagflation basically is, economically speaking. Typically, what happens is the Federal Reserve does the equivalent of the amputation by hiking up interest rates to kill off inflation. That's what they'll do. They'll hike up interest rates to kill off inflation. And what it does is it has a dampening effect on the economy, but it's not so bad because typically inflation comes with a really strong economy. So you're like, yeah, we got to deal with the rate hikes, but in the slowing economy, but it's okay because we're going to kill inflation. The economy is still going to be strong. But with stagflation, you've got the negative double whammy. You've got higher interest rates in a slower economy, and you still have inflation. They do the amputation, and you still got the cancer. So what's probably going to occur is that the Fed is going to keep on hiking interest rates like crazy because their goal is to cut down inflation by any means necessary. However, once they do that, you're still going to probably have some inflationary problems because they let inflation get so damn high that they don't know how to get it back to 2%. The target inflation rate is 2%. Right now, you're operating at 8.5%, almost 9%. What are you going to do with that? Well, so what if they get it down to 5 or 6? Well, you still got inflation, but now your economy's dead because you pretty much killed all the demand in the economy by hiking up interest rates so much. So you shot down your real estate market. Now housing values are dropping. You shot down your labor market. Unemployment is starting to rise. There's actually a problem with unemployment now. A lot of companies are announcing that they're not hiring anymore. Amazon just announced a hiring freeze. Facebook has a hiring freeze. Lots of companies, there was a reduction in the number of job listings in the most recent report. So this is what you're dealing with, and this is what the UN was warning against. And how this is going to play out, nobody knows for sure, but that's what it is. Now, I promise you guys that I will give you a stock that I really like this week. Do me a favor. First, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. And also, if you want to meet us in class, you can ask me questions and come in. And I text my students regularly, and we meet up and we talk regularly and all that good stuff. So if you think that I can help you in your investing journey or how to generate income in this particular market, which does require special skills, this is not like the previous market where it was easy to make money. Now it's a little bit more difficult, but there is still opportunities out there. Feel free to join us at drboyceprime.com. The URL is right there on the screen, drboyceprime.com. So the stock that I like right now is a stock called Open Door Technologies, and the ticker symbol is OPEN. OPEN. Open Door Technologies is a stock that I just bought some shares in because I believe this company is going to do well in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe sooner. The other thing about it is that I wouldn't want to buy it right now because the market just rallied and the price probably went up. I haven't checked. When I buy stocks, I just buy them and I just hold them. I don't even look at the price on a daily basis. But I believe that the stock has probably rallied along with the market. So let me see here. Let me look at Open Door Technologies. Yeah. Okay. So the last 5 days has gone up by about 7%. And so I'm not telling you what to do. This is not investing advice. This is just me telling you what my thinking is. I bought it before it really started to rally like this. And so maybe you could put in some sort of limit order or sell a put option or something like that. In the Prime program, we talk about these things. We talk about selling options and stuff like that. So to do something to allow yourself to buy the stock when it's a little bit cheaper, like when it's back down in this $3 range or whatever. Because here's the thing about this rally, this recent market rally, I don't think it's going to last. Most indicators say that this market rally, this is not the beginning of anything special. This is not oh my God, now we're making a comeback. No, there's too many problems. The market is too sick. It's like if you have a relative that goes to the hospital and they've got a cancer and they have a good day, that doesn't mean that the cancer's gone. That just means that they're having a good day, but at some point they're probably not going to have as much of a good day anymore. So your economy has a cancer in it. That big cancer is called inflation. but also other cancers. Remember, just like with cancer, there's other complications that can come with that can even come from the treatment of the cancer. So the complications that are coming are a slowing economy. You still even have some of those weird supply chain issues. You've got the issue with the Russia-Ukraine war, which ironically, for what some weird reason, Elon Musk was debating with the president of Ukraine about how to end the war, which tells me, again, reminds you of how distracted he is as a CEO. I love the guy, but remember, he's not Superman. He's not of infinite capability, but sometimes having a lot of money and a lot of fame can give you a supersized ego and make you think you can do things you can't do. I don't think Elon has the ability to run that many major companies. Let me just put it out there right now. Mark my words. Watch this video in 2 years, and I want you to remember what I'm saying to you right now. Chances are, Elon Musk, things are going to change for him at some point. At some point in the next couple of years, something major is going to occur where he won't be the rising star that he is right now. He won't be the golden boy anymore. He's going to be something different. And I really think it's going to relate to him spreading himself too thin. And because I think the acquisition of Twitter was a horrible economic decision. You don't go to a company that has a $30 stock and pay $54 for that stock unless your goal is to lose money. Warren Buffett would not have made this investment. Bill Gates would not have made this investment. Me, Boyce Watkins, would not have made this investment. So let's just be clear. I mean, he's a genius in a lot of ways. His ugly little robot looks like it's going to be interesting, but this was not his best day, and this is going to really not just suck his time, but it's also going to suck up a lot of his financial resources, in the sense that once he goes into these banks and borrows another $44 billion to make this acquisition, he's kind of stuck. He's kind of hamstrung. So I don't like this move at all. I don't agree with it. I don't think it was the best move for him. So anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. What's up on TikTok? I hope you guys will follow. It's very nice to meet all of you. And if you haven't, I've been on TikTok that long. I don't go live on TikTok that often, but every now and then I will. Also, everybody who's watching on YouTube, I want to say hello to you as well on Facebook. And don't forget, if you want to join the program, you can go to drboyceprime.com. And I hope you guys will also join us at the All Black National Convention. And that URL is allblacknationalconvention.com, October 28th through the 30th in Charlotte, North Carolina. So God bless you guys. Have a good day. I hope this information was helpful. I hope this benefits you in your investing. I want to see you make lots of money, and I wish you the very best. Take care. Love you. Peace.